Nigerians welcome the news of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle coming to Nigeria, where it's like Meghan Markle is coming back home. She's a trace, and she's actually having done a genealogy test and found out that she is 43% Nigerian. So there's Nigeria in her blood. But this is actually causing a lot of upset, a lot of headache among the British and the American public. Why? I just need to show you some of these things.
As for Nigeria, I think we are heading into very dangerous territory. And I think,
Why?
think that there is actually a comparable between the quasi-pseudo-state royal visit that Harry and Meghan will be embarking upon.
So apparently, this is what it's reported that she's done with Britain. Instead, she's going to travel over 7,000 miles, probably in private jet, to Nigeria for a sort of ceremony, sort of event around the games. What are your thoughts on all of that, Lady C?
Well,
the fact is, Invictus Games, which is being marked the 10th year, and Prince Harry has been to London in order to celebrate the 10th year anniversary of the Invictus Game. Prince Harry has been to London, yes, officially been to London without Meghan Markle, and that is actually adding to the headache and a lot of upsets.
Slamming she's done of the royal family. Do you think the UK on Wednesday?
Oh yes, I think there's absolutely no doubt that they realise that the reason is because since they stepped down as senior working royals, they've conducted a sort of guerrilla war against the royal family. Particularly, we're thinking of the interview on Oprah, and we're also thinking of Harry's memoir Spare, the interviews around it, and the documentary Harry and Meghan on Netflix, not to mention numerous other interviews that they've given. Indeed, I would link the fact that the monarchy is not popular among 18 to 24-year-olds, and the fact that the only age group that I've seen in other polls, Sussex, are popular is the 18 to 24-year-old group. It's unquestionably linked to polls. They used to be very popular in the United States. They were when the facts of the matter are simply because if you behave badly, if you monetize the royal family for gain on the one hand, and then on the other hand you trash it, which is what they've been doing, you become unpopular. People see through it.
Definitely. And because of everything that they've done and the amount of trashing towards the firm, are you shocked by Harry's score in particular?
I'm not surprised. It's not been good for a long time. What you do see in the poll, which you expect, for example, someone like Princess Anne has a very high score. The public like her no-nonsense way of handling events, and they also like the fact that she's clearly dedicated to duty.
And like you said, the Sussexes, they're like a joint force. They've both sort of attacked the family. Why do you think that Harry's score in the poll is still higher than Meghan's? Is it just because he has that blood link?
The poll has been carried out, and this marked Meghan Markle as very, very low, actually, among all the royals, people connected to the royals.
Well, apparently, according to the poll, Harry is up 4, so basically he was 27% previously, and she was 25, and she's still 25. So, I mean, they're both very low.
But the fact is, we need to know is that Meghan Markle coming to Nigeria maybe it is the main cause of this trouble or the headache among the many commentators, be it royal commentators and others in America and also in England. But Meghan Markle and Prince Harry is in Nigeria, a place where it's been noted as being very dangerous. Some people call it, they are taking dangerous terrain by coming to visit Nigeria. That's why I carried out some vox pop to ask from some Nigerians in diaspora as well as non-Nigerians in the UK to tell us about the feelings, about what they feel about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle visiting Nigeria. Well, this is what they have to say. Hey, are you in Nigeria?
Yes, I am.
Oh, can you kindly tell me what do you think about Prince Harry and Meghan visiting Nigeria, which has been in the news?
But there is no big deal to Prince Harry and Meghan visiting Nigeria. I mean, Meghan discovered our route and she wants to visit Nigeria where our forefathers were born. So I don't see any big deal in it for her to go and trace our route.
Please, your name, sir?
Yeah, my name is Lolo.
Oh, right. What do you reckon Meghan Markle with Harry, Prince Harry, both going to Nigeria in the middle of May, sometimes this month of May to Nigeria? What do you reckon about this?
There's no big deal in it. Harry is going to Nigeria. I mean, it's a free word. If you can relocate from UK to America. So what's the big deal if it's going to Nigeria?
But the British public kept buzzing about the couples visiting Nigeria, thinking this is going to be a kind of a state visit, a kind of a and some indefensible arguments about they making or money or monetizing the royals or their experiences of life. Let's quickly hear this debate on TV and see what the feelings are like.
No, it never lowers me. I got way further down to go than that, Tessa, and you will discover it when we debate this. And my point really was that the king, clearly, when you have cancer at his age, the first thing he does, he thinks about other people, right? And he goes through a cancer ward. Then you get Sophie, who's been thrust into probably prominence in public life right now. She stands up for it. She goes out to Ukraine, which is actually not an easy thing to do, I would have thought. And then finally, Meghan is announced that instead of coming to the UK, perhaps to rally round the royal family in difficult times, both with the king and his daughter-in-law. And what does she do? She nips over to Nigeria, basically giving in my view, after all, she keeps the title, doesn't she? She keeps the title, right? Rather than coming back to the UK, she gives a V-sign to the people, right? So she likes the title, but she doesn't like the country. Why doesn't she just say so?
I agree. She does have certain issues with Britain, and with people like you spouting off, can you blame her?
I do blame her. Yeah, I do blame her.
Actually, you could have
You're telling me that it was right for her to say, yes, goodbye, thank you, 6,000 miles away. Sorry, you carry on. Sorry.
What's fascinating is there's a long diatribe, a spiel on the good works, commendable works by the king.
It's got you.
And by
That's got
yes,
stamp of approval.
100%. I wish we paid more attention to Ukraine. That is where the trouble lies. We all turn a blind eye, but when Sophie rocks up in a frock, briefly, Ukraine reappears on the agenda.
Ridiculous. The Ukraine war is not being covered by the media.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Ludicrous. Write this down.
We can come on to that. The GPS blocking, etc. You name it, he's at it. But I commend Sophie's visit, and you said, oh, she's not been doing this. You're quite wrong. She's visited Iraq. She's visited Kosovo, the Republic of Congo. She's visited Germany,
that wasn't
Afghanistan.
my point.
But
My point was that she has not had the publicity that other members of the royal family have, and she stepped forward
What
because
distressed
of
me?
what's happened to Kate.
What distressed me is that you compared them, working members of the royal family, funded the trip to Ukraine by the Foreign Office, quite rightly so, representing us on behalf of the king.
Good.
The king, likewise, protected, part of the institution, doing what he passionately wants to do, this vocation. Okay, and then you compare them with the Duchess of Sussex as a private individual who, incidentally, will give people in Nigeria a huge amount of pleasure by visiting them. And the real reason your nose is put out of joint is that she's not coming to Britain.
How do you know
That's
that
the real reason.
Meghan going to Nigeria is going to give them a huge amount of pleasure? You're guessing at it, aren't you? Everywhere else she's gone, she gets a huge raspberry. She comes over here.
And not just only that, we have so many British journalists who have actually contacted me, asking me various questions regarding the visit of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle to Nigeria, asking if there are any opposition to their coming to Nigeria. Well, I was able to, reply to some of them, but the fact remains that they are coming to Nigeria not just because of the Invictus Games, which Nigeria is also posed to host, having participated in the last Invictus game, and they are supposed to host the game. Invictus Games is for the war heroes, for the people who may have been injured during the war. And this is a charity kind of organization by Prince Harry, and it's now marking its 10th year. So coming to Nigeria has two reasons: for the Invictus Game, and also Meghan Markle herself coming to our roots, coming to Nigeria. You sure you're happy with Meghan?
Biggie.
Tracy her origin to Nigeria.
Yeah.
And she's going very soon with the husband. So what do you reckon? What do you think about it?
Of course, I'm fantastic. It's a very good idea. Wow. It's a very good idea because the lady is a very, is a sensible person.
Wow.
So we want people like that to come and do something, and try to invest.
Wow. So
or whatever way she wanna do, I don't know what she wanna do.
So you, as Nigerian diaspora, you are very pleased, happy with that, with Meghan going to Nigeria, Nigeria, visiting Nigeria.
And Prince Harry as well. If you wanna come as well.
Both of them, they are coming together.
Yeah, we're happy.
We are happy.
We're fantastic.
Wow, that's
good. It's a good people.
Lovely.
We think about Africa. Understand Africa. So we love it. May God bless them. Thank you.
The most loved person that I can ever remember joining the royal family, and within half an hour, she said, "I'm not hanging around being told what to do by you lot," and she heads out to LA in the mansion. Honestly, she's not worth defending.
Just as we know that shared experience, the king gave pleasure, Sophie would have given pleasure in Ukraine, desperately needed, and likewise shared experience, Meghan with her super stardust, which is why people like you are so peeved because she turned up back on Britain. I understand we can sort out some counselling for you, Captain.
I'm peeved about her.
You will recover from this.
Why doesn't she come back? Why don't she come back to the UK and wave to us all?
Because she thinks people like Kevin McKenzie are going to be
to a view. And so are you. You're entitled to a view, but that shouldn't stop her coming out and giving her views to our country.
Don't forget, he's married to a black lady.
Oh, also, Duchess of Sussex, too, she's already linked her heritage to Nigeria. That's 43% Nigeria. So,
what are you talking about? Nigeria is a free world. Everybody is welcome.
Everybody's welcome.
Everybody is welcome.
So, Harry and Meghan is welcome to Nigeria.
He's welcome.
So,
how many Nigerians are living in this country? So, what's the big deal if they go back to Nigeria?
Oh, wow.
You understand that? If we Nigerians can relocate to another man's country, live there comfortably, so what's the big deal if people relocate to Nigeria?
Yeah, he's not going to relocate. It's just for a visit.
I mean, he's
for
visiting.
Kind of a visiting. It's been in the media like, oh, is it a royal tour? It's not a royal tour, but it's kind of a. Well, because Nigerian Defense Military Headquarters have announced that they are coming and they're going to host them. The Nigerian government seems to be interested in hosting the couple to Nigeria. But Americans are not taking it lightly. It's not been taken. Even the British and American public are not taking it lightly like that. They think, oh, what's he going to do? Is there a kind of PR stunt, things like that?
That is to their own cup of tea. We are open to the world.
So Nigeria is welcome too.
We are competitive. We are ready.
Oh, that's
Everybody
good.
is welcome only.
You're welcome. Thank you. Okay, officially, we've learned that Prince Harry is expected to be in London for the Invictus Game in the UK, for the Invictus Game coming up on the May 8th.
Yes.
And his wife is not coming with him. She says she's not coming to the UK. And the following day, both the couple is expected to be in Nigeria. So what do you reckon about that? Why is she not coming to UK, visiting UK? Because how can she travel all the way from America down to Nigeria without visiting the UK? And
as you and me know, there are issues on the ground concerning the Meghan and the royal family. And I think maybe the issue has been resolved, I do not know. But she, as a human being, has a right to decide where she wants to go to.
Obviously, we are aware that she's got the right, but right now, a lot of feelings is that she's probably doing this for PR stunt to make money out of it. But why are they going to Nigeria? Both are they? It's going to be like another royal attending to Nigeria, like just saying we have a royal members, visiting Nigeria. But this time, is it official or just on their own?
Well, I think it's official, to be quite honest, and I think she must have discussed it with the husband. Now, people would have different opinions about Meghan going to Nigeria to kind of conduct her business, let's put it that way. But I don't think that is the reality of why she's going. She's going to trace her roots, so it has nothing to do with business. I mean, for instance, I'm a Nigerian, and perhaps one day my daughter will say to me, or God knows, will say, okay, Dad, because she has not been to Nigeria, she only been to Nigeria once, she might have an interest in Nigeria and would want to go back and say, listen, I want to find out about my father's patriarch.
So they're seeking identity.
Exactly. Because we all came from, look at it very well, we are the children of Adam and Eve. You understand? And then that means there is a root. And I believe the patriarch of Meghan must have come from somewhere, and maybe the information now got to her and she needs to trace her root back.
Yes, she obviously got 43% of Nigerian blood in her.
Okay.
Going for the test recently.
Yes.
And that's been the particular thing we need to ask. Yes. What is expected of her or of Nigeria? Because it's more like cultural kind of affinity, cultural inclination, or trying to identify with cultural thing. According to the Nigerian defense headquarters that make it official known that Harry and Meghan is coming to Nigeria. So what do you expect? What do you expect, or you presume is likely to happen in Nigeria when they arrive in Nigeria?
It will be a wonderful thing if Meghan travels to Nigeria, knowing fully well that our root is from Nigeria. And now, what people should be, the question to be people should be asking is this: does our tribe belongs to Yoruba, Hausa, or Igbo? You understand? And that is, I believe, part of the reason why she wants to go to Nigeria is to find our root. You understand? And Nigeria is so diversified. We have Hausa, Igbo, then we have Yoruba, and we have Benin. And you understand? So there is a need for you to know your trace, where you do come from. And I believe that is part of what she wants to go and find out.
Okay, yes. So there's no big deal about it. So
there's no big deal.
Meghan and Harry in Nigeria. So this
why had so many warnings regarding the visit to Nigeria.
Not only Meghan Markle coming to Nigeria, we've been seeing quite a lot of other celebrities and world-known figures who have claimed that they actually originated from Nigeria, that they're actually descent from Nigeria. This is it. I'm right here now in Nigeria in order to show you guys about the feelings out there about the visit of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. One thing I want you to notice that some commentators, be it in America or in England or any part of the world, who oppose actually to their coming to Nigeria, who have been labeling this couple because of their decision to carry on with their work, is actually doing it out of a whole lot of crap, jealousy. Some people actually out of blatant hatred or misinformation, a kind of maybe they are actually ignorant. But a whole lot of them actually doing this in order to, to devalue, in order to say that Nigeria is not worth a place to go or to extend the arms of, And there's another major reasons why they are doing this. They are not quite sure because the Minister of Defense, who is actually accepting the invitation of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle to Nigeria, has not even given them details about what is going to happen when they are here in Nigeria. But the fact is, they are here for cultural activities as well, not only for Invictus Games. This has been making their head turns. You can see another expressions which they are making on one of the major broadcasts on TV.
To see the King for only the second time since his cancer diagnosis. It is rather telling that confirmation there will be no meeting has come from the office of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex rather than Buckingham Palace. Harry's team say it unfortunately will not be possible due to His Majesty's full programme. They add, the Duke is of course understanding of his father's diary of commitments and various other priorities and hopes to see him soon. Now, the word that jumps out is priorities. The King, we understand, is busy as he returns to public duty. For instance, today, on Tuesday, while Harry was in London, the King was carrying out his constitutional duty and meeting the Prime Minister of Fiji at Buckingham Palace. The King is also set to host a palace garden party and weekly audience with the Prime Minister on Wednesday, and Harry's diary is packed for a full 3 days with his Invictus Games. However, they will be at times just 2 miles apart and risk even driving past each other on London's roads. Some observers may see this as sad, that father and son cannot find time for each other. Others may say that it's understandable as both have work commitments and, in Harry's words, priorities. But maybe there has just been too much water under the bridge for father and son to play happy families amid such huge public attention.
I don't think anybody is surprised at what's happened there, because Harry's been pretty scathing about the royal family, especially about, he seems to have accepted it. He seems to accept the fact that he respects the King's diary, that he's full, well, you know, fair enough. But Harry's going off to Nigeria next week, and Meghan will be joining him there. It's such a pity she can't join him here occasionally, although I suspect she realises that she's probably, of all the members of the royal family, it's probably got the lowest approval rating for the damage she's done by many of these interviews and of course Harry's book. I'm sure it's the same for a lot of people. For me, it's a shame, because Harry, as you probably know, I had a lot of time for Harry. I thought he was one of the most fabulous people to work with. I can't tell you, he was just a joy to work with. But sadly, he's turned his back on all that, and now it's just a question of, he pops in and out when it suits him. Well, it probably suits him, but it doesn't suit the King. So I'm sorry, Harry, not this time, maybe next time. I think Harry has to realise that you can't do what he did and just breeze in and out when it suits you. You can't just say damaging things about your brother, stupid things like we had a fight, you know. I mean, who cares? I mean, every brother's had a fight. I had a fight with my brother.
Can you say that? When Meghan Markle refused to come to the UK, it has been a major headache for the British public. The fact is, she didn't feel much more, you know, feel like coming to the UK, but they are just labeling her that she is not worthy of being a couple, because she is meant to be supporting Prince Harry, and a lot of different, hearsay and so many comments they are passing against this couple, that they are in the UK, that they are in America in order to having ditched the official royal duties, but they still keep their titles as Duke and Duchess of Sussex, blah blah blah. So many, comments being made by them. This is just due to the fact that they do not really like the fact that the couple have actually been determined to identify themselves. I mean, to show who they are. But there's so many comments going on. But the fact is, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle in Nigeria have been welcomed, and here are the comments that some Nigerians actually really say. What's the big deal about their coming? Take two. Another insinuations being passed around is like it's likely that they are coming to a dangerous terrain like Nigeria. I don't know why they mean by being a dangerous terrain. And the fact now is that it's because this couple actually are growing in terms of popularity around the world. Some people will describe them as soft power, because they are soft power. They are not making noise, but anytime they move or they say anything or they are going somewhere, it's always getting headlines in America, in Europe as well, especially in the UK. So it has been like, oh, this couple actually are coming this time. They are coming to Nigeria. It's been described as pseudo state visit. Well, the fact is that Ministry of Defense has not actually coming out to let them know, to tell anyone whether the visit to Nigeria is actually official or not official. But having referred to them as His or Her Royal Highness is also making head turns as well. You can see the comments, you can see the blatant ignorance and the kind of I would say a kind of hatred they have towards this couple, and that is actually very clear even in the public media.
Thank you very much for watching. Please let me have your comments and meet you in the next video where I'm going to show you the couple as they arrive Nigeria. I'm already on ground to show you, to give you all the details. Stay tuned, watch this, share, and subscribe to this channel. See you soon.
And if the fates should
Perhaps we're looking
bless
for one of a kind, the cultural exhibitions around the world, all traveled and places. Stay tuned to my channel, KBJOJO Newsbox, where I intend to give you every vital information, updates, interesting places, places of interest, tourism, and about people, culture around the world. Stay tuned on this channel. We promise to give you more. It's Thank you.
And if the fates should bless us with a moment of reprieve, we all could stand together in the silence and just breathe. Rejoice for all the happiness, mourn for all the grief. It's all that I